Hello friends! This week I figured I'd give a quick tour of the various altars I have around my home. I have two rooms in this house, so one is my workroom and one is my bedroom. In my workroom I have three altars. I have my working altar, I have one dedicated to dragons, and one dedicated to unicorns. In my bedroom I have elemental altars: earth in the north, water in the west, fire in the south, and air in the east. Here we have my working altar, which goes right next to my computer, where you typically see this corner over here when I am filming. So, starting with the pieces that you can see, this is a wolf statuette that I made back in high school. So it is a reminder that I can make things, I can complete projects. I have my mortar and pestle, I have a knife, I have a pine brush. This one is more symbolic than what I would actually use to brush someone down because it is very uncomfortable. I have a compass, which is to represent always finding your way or always having the tools to find the way. I have a unicorn, and over here I have a dragon. Like I said, I have them all over the place because they're two of the entities I work with the most. I have a variety of stone eggs that I use in my limpias. Actually, one of them was on my table still. It never made it back to its home, so we will put this back in its home. Usually, I either end up using the selenite or the obsidian. If I don't have eggs on hand, or it is someone who has issues with eggs or is afraid of having egg getting on them. So I will use these. I have lingam stones. I have my basalt grounding stones. They're sold as massage stones, but I use them for grounding and I use them a lot, which is why they're on my working altar. I have my various smudging materials. On the next level, it is kind of messy, but I have my two bears that I use as proxy. I have my mother's old piggy bank that is a reminder of just laying things away and being prepared. The lighter for smudging, a salt tea light holder, and some moon water that I prepared and have yet to find a home for. Underneath is more storage. If we continue around the room, I also have all of my unicorns set up now because they've kind of been migrating. So these three and all of these ones on this side, I have collected from the Breyer modeling company. They make horse models in general, but then they also do a handful of unicorns. These I have bought from local artisans who have made a rose quartz unicorn bust and fluorite. One of these I bought for myself, and one my friends bought me. And it just happened that in the same week I ended up with a pair because I had only bought one because I only had enough money for one. And this one I bought up when I was in Reading. And even though it is the cheapest one there, well, no, these small ones are cheap too. It's the most distinctive, so I kind of put it in the center. It's also taller than everything else, so it helps balance. And right next to them, I have my dragons. So I use dragons as symbols a lot because dragons can be associated with any element. For example, this one is very much air, that one's very much air. This one feels more earth or dark. These ones are monochrome, so they're very earthy and air related. And I have other dragons on my earth altar and my fire altar. So you can find dragons that match any element, and I use them as such. So here we have my earth altar. This box is full of stones I collected from mostly Argentina, but some of them I've also just picked up since coming back to the United States. I have, like I said, an earth dragon, another earth dragon. I have a variety of earth based animals that I collected at various zoos when I was younger. I have points of a variety of stones. I have my tiger's eye. I have a petrified wood orb. Here's another piece of tiger's eye. Oh, nope, this one's petrified wood. As you can tell, things move around a lot, so I sometimes forget what I have where. And this wolf is made out of bloodstone. And last but not least, I have an adorable Bulbasaur that was given to me. Well, not quite given to me, but found by my cousin when we were at an Age of Rust and Fire, which is an apocalyptic street fair. And I never expected to find something like this there, but I got it because it is cool. So next we have my water altar, which has a lot of different things all over it. So we'll start on this side where I have a plushy octopus, which is actually a finger puppet. I have a crocodile, a tortoise, a turtle. I do know the difference, even if sometimes words come out wrong. This is a little frog that my mom had in her flower pots for a long time, and when I was doing yard work this last year, I found it buried in the bottom of one of the flower pots. So it's now part of my water altar. I have a seahorse with mother of pearl on it. I've got a couple dolphins. The inclusion of the water slime from Slime Rancher is because it was given to me by my niece, because she was really into the Slime Rancher game for a while. I've got a variety of abalone shells. I have the Danger Rock, because this is magnesium. It's on my water altar because it looks like a cresting wave, even though it could technically be on any altar because it's metal, so it could be earth. It looks like a wave, so it can be water. It lights on fire, so it could be fire. And if you look close, it looks like it's a whole bunch of feathers. So you could also argue that it looks like a wing, so it could be air. But I keep it on the water altar because I think it's funny to have it there. I also have a matero, which I got in Argentina, and it was a gift from one of the families I was working with there. This is my fire altar. On it, I have, again, another dragon because, like I said, they're kind of everywhere. I have my phoenixes. This one I was handcrafted by one of my friends, and I will ask if she wants me to put her in the description. I have some amber, and I have 2 sunflower candles, which reminded me of my mother. This jar is full of rose thorns from my mother's garden before the roses died. I mean, as all plants do at some point. They had been in pots for about 25 to 30 years, which is about the expected lifespan for tea light roses. And then in here, I have pieces of oak and manzanita from the various woodworking projects that I have done. And underneath, there's just glass beads like on all of the altars. And then this is my wind altar or air altar. Lighting is kind of rough, so we're going to get closer. Down in this segment, I have some stained glass of a hummingbird and a butterfly that my brother made. I have a selenite egg. I have an owl snow globe, and I have my little juvenile raven over here. I have some more owls. I have a windmill, and this is honey citrine. So it seems to fit just in my mind because honey is made by bees and bees fly. I have a variety of feathers. I'm sorry, this lighting is really not working. There we go, feathers. And my brain just lost the name. I even just said it. Manzanita. There we go. Manzanita wand. I have a catatrix, a griffin, and this is an eagle necklace that I got from a local artisan. Another owl, a wooden flute, whistle. Sorry, I know my words. More owls, and even more owls. This one's made out of obsidian, and this one is fluorite. So there you have it, my various altar spaces.